After 10 years in the boudoir photography industry and photographing over 850 sessions in the last 6 years, I've learned some highly effective boudoir photography hacks, and you may never have heard of them. And today I am sharing 5 of these insanely good hacks, and you can implement them as soon as possible in your boudoir photography business to boost your profits. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Tracy and I help photographers stay forever booked out without the hustle. Be sure to grab my free guide outlining my 5 best tips to book photography clients without Facebook ads. The first boudoir photography hack that you may never have heard of is all about being efficient with your batching and your booking schedule. One thing that's very important to me is time off. I'm not here to work like crazy, you know. The main reason that I started my boudoir photography business was so that I could have more time off with my family and travel with my husband. So what I like to do is book all of my sessions at one time because I'm a huge fan of batching out my schedule. Maybe for you, that would mean booking 2 to 3 days where you just do sessions. Or if you're like me, you do all of them in one day.
Okay, so this is a screenshot of my schedule. This was in August. These are the sessions that I photographed. You can see I started photographing my sessions at 8:30 that morning and got done at 4 o'clock. So actually it was probably, I got to the studio about 9:30 after hair and makeup finished. And then I finished in the studio around 5. Then I had a consultation. I just had my consultation while I was driving home, but you can see how I stacked my sessions. So it goes hair and makeup. Then while another client is in hair and makeup, I'm photographing the session and I just jump back. Well, basically my makeup artist and I just push them back and forth between the two of us. Then following the sessions, I actually scheduled the ordering sessions, and you can see I had them scheduled for the same day or for the next 3 days. So that is how I run my schedule and batch everything out. So I'm always going from my sessions, run all my sessions, and then I jump into selling mode. So I don't have to jump back and forth between hats, especially more importantly during the session.
In the second hack, I'm going to tell you how to make this a little bit less stressful. So be sure to stay tuned if that sounds like a lot. There are so many benefits to booking your schedule this way though. With this schedule, it means that I only work in my photography business 1 to 2 weeks a month. Every month I get at least 2 weeks off. I'm also able to live further away from my studio because I don't need to be there all the time. Plus that means I can stay in shooting mode, selling mode, or marketing mode. And I'm not having to switch hats within my business all the time. That means I'm able to stay very efficient while I'm working. But let's be honest, the best part is the 2 to 3 weeks off every single month. The second boudoir photography hack that you may never have heard of is all about how to make your sessions less stressful. I love photography and I love my clients, but I used to go to each session so nervous. I remember the feeling. I would get so worried before a session that I wasn't going to get every single photo that the client might want. I wasn't going to get the variety I needed to make the sales. I was a nervous wreck. And to be honest, it made me dread my sessions sometimes. Whether you're shooting them in one day or you're shooting several times a month, I never want you to experience those same feelings that I experienced. And that's why I recommend creating a posing sequence for every session. And this sequence should have poses you know will sell. When I say this to clients though, they always ask me if their clients are going to want their sessions to look like everyone else's. That seems to be the thing that holds them back from creating a posing sequence. They think a client wants a session that is unlike anyone else's. And I get it, but to be honest, clients want what you advertise. Let's say you go to Starbucks and you order a pumpkin spice latte. If it were different than everywhere else or wasn't the same one that you got at a different Starbucks, you would not be happy, right? Your clients want the same sessions that you're posting. They want to look like those women that are on your Instagram, on your website. They want your signature laying down back arched pose, or the one on the bed that makes their legs look like they are a mile long. Your clients want the sessions you're posting. So go into every session with a sequence of poses that you photograph at every other session. Then leave the last 10 to 15 minutes for creative photos. That will give you time to have that creativity that you want, that you started your business for. Do you want my exact posing sequence that I photograph for every session? Grab my posing guide in the TLC shop. I'll link it in the description below. The third boudoir photography hack that you may never have heard before is all about making a little bit of affiliate income from your sessions. Did you know that as photographers, we can also sign up for an Amazon affiliate account? It's true, but there are some qualifying factors. You have to have recent blog posts within the last 60 days, and you also have to have a qualifying number of followers on your social media. Currently, it says 500. When I signed up in 2017, it said that I had to have 3,000. And you have to make sure that you have 3 qualifying purchases within the first 6 months. But it is so worth it. Every year I bring in anywhere from $200 to $500 just from affiliate income. It's not a lot, but it's worth the hassle, and you get to tell your clients what you want them to wear. I share my Amazon link in my ultimate guide, on the confirmation email, and of course in several different blog posts. And if a client asks, I always send it to her in a text message or email as well. Check out my Amazon shop in the link below. You can see some of the boudoir outfits that I've tagged, as well as some of my favorite equipment for photographers. The fourth boudoir photography hack that you may never have heard about is all about how to stay in your pajamas and at home more. So when I first met my husband, I decided that I wanted to travel with him and follow him wherever he went. I'm sure he appreciates that. In order to do that though, I had to adjust the way I ran my business. Before, I was running my ordering sessions in my studio the week after the session, but to be able to go with him more, I needed to be able to run ordering sessions from the road. And that's where Zoom came in. In 2018, I started a few Zoom ordering sessions, but in 2019, my business was fully automated as far as Zoom sessions for my ordering sessions. Maybe you think that a Zoom session might cause a lower ordering session. That has not been the case at all. In fact, my sales averages are right at my goal, if not higher, almost every single session. Plus, I've broken my high sales record multiple times on a Zoom call. If you're wanting an easier way to run your ordering sessions and more opportunity to work from home, consider adding Zoom ordering sessions to your arsenal. Let me share exactly how I run my Zoom sessions now.
Now I want to show you exactly how I run an ordering session. This is actually a fully retouched session. I normally show my clients 100% unretouched sessions, but this one is fully retouched because she's one of my models and I figure she would only want me to show the ones that are fully retouched. So what I do first is I go in and I do a full slideshow. This is just Bridge, by the way. You have Photoshop, you should have Bridge. I don't have any fancy ordering software. I literally use Bridge for my ordering software because, to be honest, I'm just cheap and this is how it's always worked really well for me. So why not keep using it? So I run a slideshow. She goes through all the photos. Sometimes I'll put music on in the background. Sometimes I just talk to her while it's going. Normally that's what I do. Then once we have went through all the photos, let's just pretend we did that. What I'll do is I will pull up anything that is a similar pose. We will go through, she'll choose her favorites. I star the one she likes. And then once we've gone through all of them, come over here. I hit show 5 stars. It'll show the 2 photos that we have already favorited. And then I will show her these 2 photos. Or so, like normally they'll have about 40 of those photos. We'll show those photos and then she can take out anything she doesn't love. And then from there, we talk about albums and pretty simple. Then once that is done, I'll go ahead and send these to my retoucher. She'll fully retouch them and then I will design the album after that.
The fifth boudoir photography hack that you may never have heard about is a marketing strategy that never fails. Have you ever considered a bridal or vendor fair? They are packed full of your ideal client. Imagine a client is a bride and you attend a bridal fair as a vendor. You're going to meet anywhere from 500 to 2,000 of your exact ideal client. Where else could you meet that many at one time? Done right, this is an easy way to book out your schedule with clients who want exactly what you offer. One of my coaching clients went to a bridal fair just a few weeks ago and booked 23 sessions in one day. Make sure you go listen to episode 9 of Sustainable Freedom with Boudoir Photography, my podcast. In that episode, I tell you exactly how I booked 17 sessions in one day. I really don't want you to overlook this marketing strategy, even if it sounds a little bit intimidating. And if you want my no-fail bridal fair strategy, grab it in the TLC shop or click the link in the description below. And that's my 5 insane boudoir photography hacks that you've never heard of. Be sure to subscribe to get notified on my next video, which is all about boudoir photography lighting secrets. And while you wait for that, be sure to check out last week's video, which is 5 rules every boudoir photographer should follow. If this was helpful, let me know and give it a like.
Lainey says bye. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Lila says bye too. She's my little homie.